guys, it's Ashley and welcome back to another week of videos about costume design. I'm so excited for this week's video. We're talking about abstract versus traditional costumes just because costume designers have such a wide range of things to draw their inspiration from and just to actually realize. So I wanted to talk about if you do decide to go abstract with your designs, just the process and what shows are maybe better for it. I know we did Flick for our summer show this year, and specifically in the script it accounted for all the costumes. So some shows are definitely better versus other shows, which you can definitely pick to go abstract, which is usually super cool. Yeah, so let's get into it. I'm going to be showing y'all some examples, and I really haven't done a lot of abstract costumes. I've definitely done more traditional. We've definitely done some abstract things with traditional. But yeah, I wanted to show y'all pictures and just talk about it because I know when I first started out styling and designing, I always went for traditional, but abstract is always so much more fun just because it's a lot more of a designing process. I don't want to say that, but it's much more, I think it's much more fun. I feel like you get a lot more free range rather than just shirt, blouse, pants, jeans, So I feel like you can just have a lot more fun with it. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so first I wanted to talk about traditional, and like I said, this was the show The Flick that I worked on this summer. So the plot of this was just that these people working in a movie theater, it was just basically their lives. So for the two male characters, we just had them wear polos with black slacks, and then on their polos we actually had let me see if I can find it, the logo of the movie theater embroidered, which I thought was really cool. But like seen in these pictures, the other character, Rose, we just had her in black skinny jeans, a flannel, and a t-shirt. Very traditional, very realistic clothing for people, especially working in a movie theater. So this was one of the ones I was talking about, that the costumes were very specifically stated in the script. So yes. So another traditional one is Hamlet. But the cool thing about Hamlet, I actually didn't work on. I did a little work on the costumes, but I didn't actually work on the show. I was in 8th grade. But these are traditional too, but they were in the an earlier time period, as you can see. So I really think these costumes are really cool. As you can see, this leather sleeve that's going on. Let me show, there's a really cool, this dress is beautiful. It's actually in our foyer. This corset, and they're really nice burgundy sleeves. You can probably see it better here. This show's double casted, if you realize these are different actresses. But yes, so that beautiful dress, things like that. It's really pretty, but these are also traditional clothing. So earlier, like I was saying, I feel like you get to have more fun with abstract. You can definitely still have fun doing traditional clothing. Another show that we did traditional clothing for was Speaking in Tongues, but we did traditional, but all the costumes were in they were all mauve and khaki color palettes, just because we wanted the costumes to have very basic, very neutral colors. We actually painted those khaki pants to be mauve. Very neutral colors, just so that their costumes, it would just fade them all back. It kind of tied them all back. It was just kind of unifying to also represent that these are real people, that these things are happening to. So now let's just kind of get into abstract. So the first thing I wanted to show you was this, and my friends, they went to a theater camp. They did this show, and the costumes were actually something like this, and it's supposed to be a horse, and Daniel Radcliffe was actually in this show when it went on in England, I believe. I could 100% be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it happened in England. And I just thought this is super cool. It's super abstract. Like, they could have done it another way, but I know a lot of the theater groups that do this show do it kind of like this. Or I've seen paper mache horses too, I believe, but I thought this was really cool. So another example of non-traditional or abstract is we did the show called Richard III by Shakespeare, but we definitely put a abstract spin on it. So when he has the dream about all the people he's killed or are dead coming back and messing with him, they're all in corsets and very tight, like, biker shorts that are skin toned to make them kind of seem naked, and they have pig masks on. So I wasn't in this show actually, but I thought it's super cool. And other costumes that were worn were, the girls' costumes are actually super cool. Like, this is just made out of cardboard. That's just some lace, obviously, like, stuff like that. But this was actually made of real chicken bones, this crown here. And I thought it was super cool. Like, see, even abstract things don't need to be super expensive. Like, I bet making this horse thing was. Obviously, it's electronic. But this cardboard thing was made super easily. Okay, I wouldn't say super easily, but it was made with really affordable things. So, that's always something that you want to be conscious of is, costuming on a budget. And you should always be on a budget. I would love to costume with infinite amount of money. Yeah, so, yes. Another lace top. But this show isn't actually as abstract, but I just kind of wanted to talk about the costumes in the show. Frankenstein, and I wasn't actually in this one either. But I love the pictures from it. It's all basically makeup and then very tight. Let me see if I can find it. Actually, I think that was the best picture. Oh, here, you can see. But, it's just, like, makeup. It's latex, I believe. And it looked really, really cool when because I saw the play. Yes, that's not Lady Frankenstein. Lady Creature, I suppose. Yeah, like I was saying, these are really cool. I think this is the best way you can see it. But I don't think this is abstract. I mean, it's definitely different than the Frankenstein you think of when you hear Frankenstein, the green monster that has nails in his temples and, But I didn't know if I would consider this abstract, but I definitely do think it's super, super cool. The thing about abstract is that you just have to make sure that your costumes are definitely still adding to the story. I've fallen a victim to this many of times where I get super into costumes but realizing it's not enhancing the story like it actually should be, and that's how costumes should be. You should always be enhancing the story. That's what they're supposed to be. If they weren't supposed to be enhancing the story, actors would just bring costumes from their home. Like we talked about in the costume design video, your costume always has to fit your character, fit their story, fit their journey. Your costumes have to adapt to your story and to their journey. If they're super timid and shy at the beginning, definitely have them cover up not even darker colors, but I would say more neutrals, just because they don't want to be like in the spotlight, and bright colors definitely are noticeable, like a bright pink. And then maybe at the end of the play, if they're like coming out of their shell, they're becoming more confident, definitely brighter colors. Maybe instead of like really baggy slacks, put them in skinny jeans or something. A brighter colored shirt, maybe instead of like a big sweatshirt, a V-neck, who who knows, just that your costumes definitely need to follow your story, definitely need to be enhancing the story too. So yeah. So I hope everyone enjoyed the video. I know I definitely had bunches of fun making it. So yeah, I was super excited to make this one. I really love doing abstract costumes. I haven't been able to do it for a lot of the shows that I've been department head for. Faust was one of them, and if you want to see the Faust costumes, you can definitely go to carnegietheater.com, but I did talk about them in multiple of my past videos. If you want to see any more about those about the shows I've been talking about, any more pictures, anything like that, you can go to carnegietheater.com. If you want to watch more videos, go to the costume link, I guess, in our YouTube channel for IFA, Inspiration Fine Arts. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow our Twitter, our Instagram, Facebook, I believe. Yeah, make sure you go to our website too. You get to find a lot of useful things on there. So thank you so much for watching, and bye!